Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to the session. This is MN Ramesh. Welcome you all to India's largest e-learning platform, GradeUp. We have been discussing about analog circuits quite a long time and reached to operational amplifier. Linear applications we have discussed in the last class, how op-amp basics are, how op-amp is having the characteristics and the performance parameters of op-amp, and some other very important things like virtual ground, how virtual ground is and what are the conditions to use virtual ground. These are the topics we discussed for the course Target Gate 2021. Hope you all are following and enjoying the classes and you are safe at your places. Let me see how many of the students are ready to do some problems now on these applications of op-amp. Applications of op-amp, some numericals. So far we have discussed the theory. Let us see some numericals and let's see how convenient we are in solving the numericals. Right? Let's see how many other students are joining live. Yashwant is there as usual. Mihira, Bhagavati, Banti, Josna. Oh, many students are there. Sakshi, Praveen Kumar, Shubham, Saurabh, Sonakshi, and many more. Yeah, sir, somebody is asking some questions that Saurabh, sir, instrumentation amplifier explain? Sure, Saurabh, I'll explain when numericals are taken up. Okay, how it works and all. Mihira is asking us the frequency limitations of the integrated differentiator haven't been discussed in the previous class. I watched the recording. Mihira, as per problems are concerned, frequency limitations and applications of op-amp as filters can be solved very simply. No need of going for design of filters. That's why I have not spent wantedly much time on filters. But integrator and differentiator circuits we have seen, they are used as filters, as you know. So with numericals, it is very simple to solve. I'll show you with some numericals, not directly theory explanations, because enough theory we already discussed. Anup, how to solve op-amp with transistor problem? Anup, I am going to show you variety of problems in today's class and later also. We have two more classes for operational amplifier. Don't worry, I'll take care of all the varieties of problems, easy problems, moderate difficult problems, twisted problems, conceptual problems, all types of problems from operational amplifier I'll deal with, and I'll make you to comfortable also in solving with some shortcut methods. As we have already discussed the basics, uh, as we have already discussed about the basics of the operational amplifier, and we have discussed the theory also, how it happens, what it happens, many things. But ultimately in the gate examination you are going to get a problem, not the theory. These problems will be solved very easily if you know the basics of the subject and the concepts well. That's what so far we discussed, but it is not sufficient. We need to solve more and more problems. I'll give you all variety of problems including transistors, including diodes, etc, etc, etc. Okay, good evening, Kavuri, Guru, Vishwanatha Sandeep. This is my first live class. I covered all previous classes except yesterday's class. Oh, great, Sandeep. How could you manage that? This is your first class and you have done already the previous classes. If yes, that is great. Great job you have done. Okay, so completing all the classes previous and then you are ready for this class. Great it is. This class is going to be very simple for you then if you attend all the classes. Okay. Can you please provide extra numerical for more practice? Yes, I am doing that, Ambuj. After completing these many problems in Operation Amplifier, still if you want, yes, I do that, sure. So for all the applications of op-amp like adder, differentiator, etc., the IC are same or not how to change the application in one op-amp. Op-amp will remain same. Op-amp, only one op-amp will be there. Based on, only one op-amp is there with us. Based on what you connect externally, how you connect externally, The same op amp can behave like integrator, can behave like differentiator, can behave like adder, can behave like subtractor, can behave like an amplifier, can behave like attenuator. Anything is possible. Can behave like log amplifier. That is the beauty, no? That is the beauty of op amp. Otherwise, why we go for op amp? Saurabh, you got the confidence in Allah. Great. That's what I want. Please give class questions also, sir, with solution. Why? Already we are doing it in the class, no? Why again you want with solutions? We are already doing it in the class, no? Except one or two questions I am giving as homework. Okay, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Please share it to others also. Let everybody come to the class. Let everybody come to the class so we can proceed further. In extra questions, you want the solution also. I'm thinking in this way actually. As I told you, we will provide you a workbook. Okay, workbook type of things we are planning. We have started working also. Maybe it takes a month or a couple of months maybe to bring it to a good shape for all subjects together. Or as soon as from subjects we have done, we keep giving you. In this, I am thinking in two ways. One is with solutions. Another is without solutions. Which one you prefer, guys? With solutions you want this type of workbook, or without solution you want? You tell me your opinion, guys. I prefer this one. I prefer this one without solution. Why? Because if you give with solution, everybody will look into the solution directly. They don't try. People will not try if I give the solution. I know you people all will prefer with solution. Oh, you want without solution. That's great. See, there are problems, advantage and disadvantage, both are there. I'll tell you what is advantage, what is disadvantage with solution and without solution. See, generally what happens if I give with solutions, what happens is students directly will go to the answer without trying. They don't try. That is the problem. So if you directly go to the solution, the climax is revealed. So always the climax should be there, right? We should not reveal that twist in the movie. So in the same way, if there is a difficult problem and if you see the solution and if you understood what is the twist there, while solving you don't find it, no. So that drawback is there. Generally, I know the psychology of the students. They simply go for the solution without trying. They don't try if solution is available. Because always, we are enthusiastic to know the solution, how it is, what it is. People will not try. That's the problem with this. Otherwise, I don't have any issue with the solutions to give. Suppose if I give without solution, there is a problem. Without solution, if I give, how to check whether you have done is correct or not? So I think it is better without solution but with answers, right? Without solution but with answers. Answers should be given, but solution should not be given. I think that is better. Yes, answer key is better. Yeah. Yes. So some questions, if you have solution difficulties or doubts, then you can contact our content team, or you can put it in the doubts part. This way your discussion also continues. I think it is better. Sure, guys, I'll take these inputs and I try to work on this to provide. Subject by subject, I try to work on, starting from maths onwards. Mihira, solutions also after 1 month. Dev Kumar is asking, after 1 month the solutions are required. Okay, we'll figure out a way. Okay, we'll figure out a way. Yes, online PR. Give solution, give answer, not the solutions. Yeah. So we'll think of. I'll take the opinion of my team members also. We will start working on this. Around 150 to 200 problems I try to provide for each subject. Extra. Okay, that could be more than enough, guys. Okay, let's move on to the problems today. But I'm telling you, whenever you are going to deal with op amp questions, you have these questions always. Okay, you have these questions. You see the op amp is ideal or not. Sakshi, solution available at end of book, because without solution, which question we can't solve, then with the help of the solution we try. That is true, Sakshi, but will everybody follow the same thing like that? Or the moment they don't get the answer, the moment they don't get the idea, immediately they turn for the solution. That is the problem. That in fact is loss for you guys. That in fact is a loss for you if you prepare for GATE exam. You should try and then you should look for. Okay, anyhow, see, whenever you see op amp problems, you have these 4 steps followed, then automatically you'll get the answer. First one is, you check op amp is ideal or not, or at least AD is large or not. Large in the sense 10 power 6, 10 power 5, in that case, in that range. Second is, have a question that negative feedback is there or not. If yes, go to the third question. What is the third question? Apply the virtual ground concept. And fourth one is, apply the KCL. You follow these 4 steps, you'll get the answer. Also, there might be a chained questions, like one type of question where the student might not have a clue, then solutions are must. I didn't saw the last class. Can I understand this class? Yes, Kauri, Guru, Vishwanath, Sandeep. Yes, you can continue this class happily. Happily, you can comfortably understand if you follow these 4 steps to apply in any operational amplifier circuit. You can get the solution for any question which I am going to do. You just need to follow these 4 steps. Okay, whether you are good at the previous classes or not, op-amp circuits can be solved like this with these 4 steps. Right? Ajay, good evening. Come on, guys. Shall we proceed? Right. This is the first question for today. Very simple basic question based on the very basics of op amp. It's a basic question. Determine the output voltage of a differential amplifier for input voltages of this and this. AD is this, CMRR is this. CMRR is 1000 and 10 power 5. When CMRR is 1000, what is output? When CMRR is 10 power 5, what is output is the question. Call it as V01, call it as V02. Come on guys, you can do it. Where we know CMRR, I told you what is CMRR means, right? Common mode rejection ratio. How much it should be? Ideally it should be infinite, practically it should be very large. So formula wise it is AD by AC. Now equate it to 1000 for case 1. Okay. So AD is already given, so you can find what is AC. Then what is output? Output is ADVD plus ACVC. AC we found. V1, V2s are there. Where VC is what? VC is V1 plus V2 by 2 it is. Substitute all the values, you will get V01. Let's call it as now CMRR is equal to AD by AC is equal to 10 power 5. And now see what is AC and then find what is V02, which is ADVD plus ACVC. Yes, Saurabh, exactly Saurabh. Topic wise questions from low level to high level, subject wise, topic wise, easy, moderate and difficult. Three levels of questions we try for, sure. Prepare from low to high level, which is more helpful in preparation from basics to high level. Yes, Sunil, exactly, absolutely we follow the same thing, absolutely no problem. But give me time, okay? Don't put me in pressure to work on this. We are already giving you a lot of content, PDFs we are giving, daily exams we are giving. Additionally, to give some problems, it is required some time. We are going to develop it. We do that soon. Yes, got it, guys. It's a very simple problem. Let's go to the next one. You'll get it, I think. This is also from basics of the op amp. Very basics of the op amp. For a particular op amp, the input offset current is 20 nano. IIOS is 20 nano amperes. I told you offset current is very small. It is in the order of nano amperes or picoamperes. Saurabh, not before gate exam. Not before gate exam. Before November or October. Before October or November we give you. Before you complete the syllabus. Before we complete the syllabus. October max November. We will give you that. Jishan, can you explain this problem again? I did not understand V01, V02. Jishan, sure. You find what is AC here. What is AC now? AD is given already. AD is given 5000. So AC is now 5000 divided by 10,000 is nothing but 5. So substitute here. AD is how much? 5000 into VD. VD is nothing but V2 minus V1. So 300 micro differential amplifier with input voltage of this 300 micro minus 240 micro plus AC we found just 5. VC 300 micro plus 240 micro divided by 2 it is. Simplify, you will get the answer here. Similarly here, please do it. Very good. Next question also you have done. Yes, IIOS is given while input bias current is given. Input bias current, I bias is also given 60 nano amperes. Calculate the input bias currents IB1 and IB2 are. So we know that I bias is IB1 plus IB2 upon 2 it is. IIOS is algebraic difference of IB1 and IB2. From these two equations, you can solve for IB1 and IB2. Two equations, two unknowns, you can solve for IB1 and IB2. 70 and 50 nanoamperes. 70 nanoamperes and 50 nanoamperes. Perfect. All of you please be alert and do it faster. Okay, all of you please respond, okay? Because I am doing problems today. So you can respond faster. Go to this. Come on guys. Op amp operates as unity gain buffer. Unity gain buffer. Unity gain buffer means gain equal to 1. Gain equal to 1 it is. Unity gain buffer means 1. What is the meaning of that? Output is equal to input. That is the meaning of that. Square wave input. Input applied is a square wave. If op amp is ideal, with slew rate of 0.5 volt per microsecond, the maximum frequency of operation. Fm is equal to slew rate upon 2 pi Vm. This is the expression we know. The last class I have shown how it is also. Substitute everything and tell me what is this. So Fm is going to be 0.5 divided by 2 pi into Vm. Yes guys, Vm we have to substitute here. Micro is also there. So into 10 power minus 6 I'll write. This micro is in the denominator. Now what is the answer? Somebody is saying 53K. 53K. Everybody agree with that? So what is this Vm you have taken guys? Mihira is saying last year is saying 26.5. A is saying. Tell me what is this here? The question is whether A or B should be the correct answer. Depends on what is this Vm. Here what is this Vm given guys? What is the VM given? What is the VM given? Come on. So many students are saying A and B. Yashwant Sani, you are saying B. Very good. See guys, here we see unity gain buffer with 3 volts peak to peak is given. Peak to peak is given. That means what is VM? VM is 1.5 volts. 1.5, not 3 volts. 1.5 volts. Yes. Yes, VM equal to 1. Here 1.5 you need to substitute. If you substitute 1.5, what are you getting? Is it A or B? Mihra is saying, but sir, the change in V is V peak to peak. Yes, because change in output is change in output is here nothing but change in input, because V naught equal to Vi. Yeah, if it is 1.5, it is 53K. It is not A. All of you please check it. It is not A. Saurabh, great. Let's move on to the next question. Slew rate volt per microsecond. dV naught by dt maximum is slew rate. Volt time. Volt per second. It is expressed in microsecond. Gaurita, VM. See here given is 3 volts peak to peak. Peak to peak means what? Here guys, this is like this. This is the square wave given. This is called peak to peak. From here to here, it is called peak to peak. How much it is given? 3 volts, right? So peak to peak is 3 volts means here it must be 1.5 volts. Here must be it is minus 1.5 volts. So the maximum change in output V peak to peak now. So we should be taking 3 volts instead of 1.5 volts, right? Mihra, like this. Here you can see here. If this is the output, and here is the zero level. Here is the zero level, and here peak to peak is 3 volts. He said from peak to this peak, from this value to this value, it is said 3 volts. So what must be this value then? This value is 1.5 volts. Half of that only to be taken. Mihira got it? Yes. Let's move on to the next question. Similar question. How fast can output of an op-amp change by 10 volts if its slew rate is 1 volt per microsecond? Same question it is. FM he is asking. Slew rate upon 2 pi Vm. Mihira, question 4-5. What is question 4-5? Okay, after 3 it is 6. Huh? Okay, maybe a typo error. Don't worry. Maybe typo error it is. Or maybe the question between 3 and 6 is not required, not relevant, or maybe that is taken in the next level of questions. Maybe that is non-linear. Somehow I arrange this. Don't worry about missing questions. Oh, 10 micro, you got it? Great. Let's go for this type of questions. These are interesting. Come on, guys. Output voltage. How much is the output voltage here? What is the output voltage here? This is a circuit given. Circuit. It is a circuit. Now see. This is a circuit and I want this output when this is the input applied. Sunil want the screenshot for the previous question. Please take it. This one now. What is the output for this question? I told you whenever you see any op-amp question, you see whether it is ideal or not. Nothing is given, so take it as ideal. Then check for negative feedback, yes or no. Yes, you can see output is connected. Output is connected back to the input like this. That means there is a negative feedback. The moment the negative feedback is there, I'll take the virtual ground. What is virtual ground? Simple it is. Whatever the voltage you have here, whatever the voltage is connected here, we will take it here same as. I told you why and how yesterday. So this voltage is going to be 0 volts. Then apply KCL. So this current is going to be this current. This current is IF, this current is I1. See, this is 0 always. So I1 is equal to IF. So it is VI 1.5 minus 0 divided by 20K must be equal to 0 minus V0 divided by 250K. So you got what is V0? D minus 18.75 volts. Suppose if you are not able to solve the answer, directly you can say that these two cannot be the answers. Either this or this are only the answers, because it is an inverting amplifier. It is an inverting amplifier. Inverting amplifier, when input is applied at inverting terminal, output should be negative always. Shubham, yes, if you remember the because I am saying it is an inverting amplifier. If you remember the formula for this inverting amplifier, you can put that. What is inverting amplifier gain? AF is equal to minus RF by R1 is gain. Our output is equal to minus RF by R1 times of VI. This is what output. RF is what? 250K by 20K times of 1.5. So you can cancel this. You can cancel this. That is what? Minus 18.75 volts. You can do that. Yes. VSAT itself is 20 volts, so it can't be C. Exactly. Exactly. So you can eliminate. That's the point I'm coming actually. By seeing these two options, we can say directly that this is not the answer. By seeing these two supplies, we can also say that this is not the answer. It can be the answer. Like that we can say. Yes, more than saturation is not possible. Go to this. What is the range of voltage gain adjustment? What is the range of voltage gain adjustment? Here you see there is a symbol here. What is the symbol here? It is called potentiometer. This symbol is called potentiometer. Means it is a variable resistor whose resistance can be varied from 0 to 10K. 0 to 10K variable resistor it is. This is a fixed 10K resistor. This is 500K fixed resistor. If this is the case, what is the voltage gain adjustment? Range of voltage gain. Voltage gain can be changed from which value to which value? That's a question. Please type the question number. I am not able to understand which question you are answering. Please type the question number. Again it is inverting amplifier. If you remember it's fine. If you don't remember, you can apply the same things what we did. Since it is inverting amplifier, the gain is RF by R1 it is. So what is RF? 500K divided by, I'll take it as 0 in first case. If I take it as 0, the total resistance from here to here is going to be 10K. So it is 10, so it is 50. So RF by R1, I can take it as again 500 by, I'll take it as this time 10K. I can take it as 10K also. Right? Because lowest to highest value I have taken. So then in case it is 20. So it is 25. So the gain can be changed by changing this value of resistor from 25 to 50. Point is, solving this question also, yes, is okay. But point to note is, You see how simple it is to design an amplifier with required gain. You just put it as a variable resistor and keep changing the value of the resistor. Variable resistor means it is like a rotating knob, like in your fan regulator. Fan regulator is also a potentiometer. Similar that type of switch, you put it here in the input of operational amplifier and keep varying it. The output amplitude keep varies as per the input amplitude. Got it? Shape remains same. By changing this value of resistance, output can be increased in amplitude or decreased in amplitude. One simple example I'll tell you, which you are all aware of, is, have you seen function generator in your laboratory? Function generator, anytime in your laboratory have you used it for doing some experiments in the college? Function generator, which gives you a square wave, which gives you a triangular wave, and also which gives you a sinusoidal signal. Yes. So for example, if I take a sinusoidal signal, there are two knobs available in the function generator. It looks like a box like this, right? It looks like a box like this. Here there are two knobs where we connect two wires here. We take the output of the function generator, and here there are three knobs available like this. Okay, one is to change the amplitude, another is to change the, three outputs will be there to take square wave, triangular, sinusoidal, and there will be two knobs. Change the one is to change the amplitude, another is to change the frequency. So this is a knob where you vary like this, you keep varying like this, so that amplitude of the signal whatever you are taking at the output can be varied. Yes, amplitude and time, yes, exactly. Time is nothing but of course frequency, time period when you change, frequency. See what is there inside to change the amplitude, what is there inside this function generator is, this is what the knob what you are varying here to change the amplitude of the signal is nothing but maybe this resistor. If you keep changing it, so amplitude of the output increases or decreases as per the resistance, because gain changes. Is it not beautiful, guys? Amplifier just available in the form of IC, which can give you any other value. Shubham sir, can you explain how to take R1 again? Why not? R1, see R1 means here in this circuit, if I say R1, R1 is nothing but sum of these two resistors, because these two are in series. But this resistor which I am seeing here is a variable resistor whose value varies from 0 to 10k. If it is 0, the effective resistance, total resistance at the input side is 10k. If it is 10k, total is 20k. That's what I have taken, 10k and 20k. Sir, why we didn't take minus sign for inverting amplifier? No, that negative sign tells you what? Negative sign tells you what, guys? Negative sign tells you 180 degrees phase shift between input and output. He asked about gain. Gain is always a term which is greater than 1. If it is not greater than 1, we call it as a loss. Right? Right. This one. Come on, guys. What input voltage results in an output of 2 volts? I want output equal to 2 volts. What should be the value of input to be applied? Come on. What should be the input applied here to get output voltage of 2 volts? Come on, let me see how many of you can do it faster. I'll give you time also. Make it faster. Oh, very fast you are all. People are saying A. Some people are saying A, but A is wrong answer here. C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Why? It is also again inverting amplifier. So output is minus RF by R1 times of VI. If you don't remember this formula, no problem guys, you can go in a normal way also, taking this virtual ground, etc, etc. So what is output given? 2 volts minus RF 1 meg divided by 20k must be found as VI. We want this as VI. So that gives you VI is equal to minus 40 millivolts. Minus 40 millivolts if you apply, output is going to be 2 volts. Suppose if you apply 40 millivolts, you are going to get minus 2 volts. But answer question asked is to get 2 volts. So answer is C. Gaurita is saying, sir, these are all very easy. Yes. Let us do first easy problems. Okay. Then little moderate difficult problems. Moderate difficult problems. As we progress, you keep getting it. Then difficult problems. If you want most difficult problems also are there. They are going to come in line. Okay. I cannot give you the most difficult one first. Inverting amplifier output positive, input must be negative. So option C. Yes, in that way also directly we can say this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer. They are positive. Input should be minus. Yeah, Mihira is asking, Pranati and Mihira are asking solve question number 6. Okay, let me check what is question number 6. What is question number 6? It is slew rate. Slew rate is how much? 1 divided by 10 power minus 6 into 2 pi into Vm. How much is Vm? How fast change by 10 volts? How fast the output of op amp change by 10 volts if its slew rate is? Output is changing 10 volts, right? From some value to 10 volts it is. So it is changing like this. So simplify this, whatever you are getting, this is, so it is 10 power 5 by 2 pi it is. Zan, I didn't understand. What is unitary method? Come on, this is an adder circuit. You remember this? This is an adder circuit. Okay, it's not matching. Okay, that's the reason you are asking. Okay. So what's the answer for this? Oh, I think these options are not correct. It's not correct. Mhm. How fast can output of how fast can the output of can op amp change? There is some problem in the formation of the question also. I think there is a cut paste problem here. Change in time is asked, right? How fast? That means dV naught by dt is equal to slew rate, which is given 1 volt per microsecond. So dV naught happened as 10 volts. dt is required 1 volt per microsecond. So dt is equal to 10 microsecond. Guys, please don't take it. because he's not asking how fast the op amp is responding. He's not asking how much is the frequency of input signal can be. This is not the correct answer. Yeah, it is dt. Yes, it is asked dt. How fast can the output means it is asked about dt. Dt is the question asked. So this is what we need to find. Sorry guys, this is not the relevant because this is not the parameter asked. Yes, Mihira. Yes, yes, yes. Right, guys. We are not calculating frequency. Yes, this is not what we wanted. If it is I by mistake in a flow I have done like this, please don't accept this. Please change it to this one. This one is correct. In a hurry, I thought it is same one. Okay, let's go to the next question. Adder. I talked about adder. Adder. Yes, Likita and others. DT we have to find in that question number 6. Come on. This one, 10th question. Are you all there? Very good. Abhiram got the answer already. Very good. What about others? Nitesh, yes, absolutely. By units also we can say. Guru Shiva, why inverting amplifier will get negative voltage? That I have given in the op amp first class. Op amp basics class I gave you already. Why inverting amplifier you will get 180 degrees out of phase. Yeah, if you remember the formula, you go ahead. If you don't remember the formula, you just apply these current equations. Let's call it as I1, let's call it as I2, I1 and I2, and the current flowing here is IF. So V1, the virtual ground is this. Why I am taking virtual ground? Because there is a negative feedback. Always remember to take the negative feedback, to take the virtual ground concept, there are two conditions must be taken. What is that? One is there must be negative feedback. Second is gain should be large. Gain should be large. These are the two conditions. So V1 minus 0 divided by 47K plus V2 minus 0 by 12K must be equal to 0 minus V0 by 470K. Solve for V0 because V1 and V2 are given already. Very good, guys. Yashwant, Sunny and others, you are getting A. Perfect. Next question. I told you this is subtractor. This is a circuit called as subtractor. This is a subtractor circuit. That time when I explained subtractor circuit, I took all the values are as R, equal values. Need not be, I told you. Here with some example I have given. Vishnu Reddy, here is there. If there is an input voltage at inverting terminal, we can take that also. That example also I'll give you. Don't worry. That example also I'll give you. See here, there is an input at inverting terminal. This is what you are asking. No? So this is input at non-inverting inverting terminal. This is input at non-inverting terminal. For an op amp, input can be at both the terminals. It can be. So right now, let us go for this circuit to solve. Can I say the current flowing here equal to 0? Whenever the current is 0 this side, the same current is flowing here and here. And I observe these are two resistors same. So the voltage here, can I say 0.5 volts straightforward? Then since there is a negative feedback I observe, I'll also take this voltage as 0.5 volts. Then it is normal. I'll apply this current is equal to this current. So I1 is equal to IF. So what is I1? 2 minus 0.5 divided by 150K must be equal to 0 minus V0 divided by 300K. So V0 is how much? B? Come on now. 12th question. V01 minus V02. This is V01, this is V02. This is a very simple question. V01 minus V02. Come on, make it faster. Come to this question. What is V01 minus V02? Perfect, it is 0. Because here is 1 volt, here is also 1 volt. These are voltage buffers. Whatever is the voltage. Actually, there is a small mistake here. You people didn't identify that, but see guys, this must be negative terminal. This is positive. Please all of you correct this diagram. Correct this diagram. This should be negative, this should be positive. Otherwise, output you are giving back to the positive terminal. That means it becomes a positive feedback. Should not be. Yes, now yeah. What happens if it were to be positive? If feedback is connected to the positive, then output will be saturation. In previous slide, how VO minus 0, there will be, oh, yeah, sorry. This is 0.5 minus VO only, sorry. This is 0.5 minus V naught divided by 300K. Now you will get it as minus 2.5K, 2.5 volts. Saurabh, got it? Yeah, take the screenshot if somebody wants. Shall I modify it again otherwise? (0.5 minus V naught it is. This is 0.5, so here is also 0.5 minus this V naught. This is V naught, this is 0.5. Right, next question. What is I2 here? I2 means this current. Very simple it is. What is I2? This current. This current is exactly nothing but this current. The current going here is 0. So let's call it as I1. Since output is connected back to the input here, it is 0 because this terminal is 0. So 12 minus 0 divided by 2K is going to be I1 is going to be IF. So 6 milliampere. What is output voltage? Question number 14. What is output voltage? Come on, make it faster. What is output voltage? Question number 11 you want, Guru Shiva. Others, please do it. Guru Shiva, once again I'll explain it for you. Because of this 1 volt, current flowing here, this side is 0, but the current flowing here and here are same. So if I call this voltage as V non-inverting voltage, So it is 1 into 10k upon 20k, voltage division formula. It is going to be 0.5. So this voltage, I am calling it as non-inverting voltage. The voltage here is also going to be non-inverting voltage. Why? Because of virtual ground, I said. Now apply this current is equal to this current. So it is 2 minus Vn divided by 150k must be equal to Vn minus V0 divided by 300k. So Vn already known to us. Substitute, you will get the value of V0. Which problem we are doing with now? 14th, right? See here. 2.5 milliampere current is coming like this. Current flowing into the op amp is 0. So that means entire current is flowing like this, which is 2.5 milliampere. So the current flowing this side is 2.5 milliamps. So there is a voltage drop across this according to the value of this. But where you are taking the output from here to ground with not shown anything means from here to ground. Nothing but from here to this point, because this point is also at 0 ground. So this point is nothing but this point, which is nothing but output voltage with respect to. So when 2.5 milliamperes is flowing like this, what is the voltage drop across this? The voltage drop across this is 25 volts. But from where to where you are taking the output? From here, from output to ground. From here to ground we are taking. That is nothing but from here to ground we are taking. 25 or minus 25? It is minus 25. Very good. What is the output voltage for this? This is also an adder. As I told you, adder need not be of two inputs. It can be any inputs. This is what adder is. So you can do it now. What is output? If you remember adder output, it is minus of Rf by R1 times of Vi plus Rf by R2 times of V2, V1, V2 plus Rf by R3 times of V3, like this. Since all values are same, it is V0 equal to minus this plus this plus this, 7 volts. Perfect. Come on. What is V0 for this question? What is output voltage? Yeah, just now somebody asked, sir, what if input is applied here, non-inverting terminal? You can apply. So what is the output there? Come on guys, let me see how many of you can do this question. What is the output here? Let me check how many of you can do this. 12 volts for question number 16. Mihira is saying it is 12 volts. Others please confirm, is it 12 volts correct or not? Sunita says 4 volts. Some other people says 24. Who is that? Om. Om says 24. Please give time screenshot. Shubham, as soon as I give the question, takes starting the screenshots. Okay. Nikita, many people are saying that it is 12. Some people are saying it is 4. Only 3 options I got so far. Everybody are opting any one of these 3. See like this. The current flowing here, let's call it as I1 and I2. So it must be equal to 0, right? So 1 minus 0 divided by 1k plus 3 minus 0 divided by 1k must be equal to 0. Oh, 1 second, sorry. Because it is not 0. The voltage here is not equal to 0. It is some VB. VB is there. When it is applied something, it is there something. Right? It will be there something. So it is 1 minus VB by 1K plus 3 minus VB by 1K must be equal to 0. Currents must be equal to 0. Now we can find what is VB. The same VB is available here also. Or you can say that the current flowing here is in fact flowing like this, So 3 minus this drop is going to the VB. That's fine. And finally, we want what is this VB. Why? Because we know that this current IF is equal to the current flowing here, I1. So IF is equal to IN. So what is IF? VO minus VB divided by 5K must be equal to I1. I1 is what? VB minus 0 divided by 1K. So VB already we know here. VB we know. So V0 can be found. VB equal to 2 volts. Yeah. If VB equal to 2 volts, you can solve for V0. $12. Perfect. Great. This one. What is the output voltage? The circuit looks little bigger, but with the same knowledge what we have had so far, you can do this. What is output voltage? In two ways we can do it. Gajendra, 4 you are getting. 4. How? How 4 it is? So always circuit entering into op amp is 0. Current entering into op amp is 0. Yes. Yes, Vishnu. Until unless it is specified in the question not to consider it as 0, you can take input current always to be as 0 until unless it is specified. Gajendra, I didn't understand what is FB. FB means what? Come on, make it faster. What is the answer? I didn't get the answer for this question faster. Come on. VB, okay. VB equal to 4 volts. No, 2 volts, no. VB equal to 4 volts नहीं होता यार. ये 0 हो गया. So 1 plus 3 is equal to 2 VB. So VB equal to 2 volts, no? From this equation, if you simplify, VB equal to 2 volts. 17th question, option A is the answer given by 3 students so far. Mihira, Om and others. So today's problems discussion is superb. Very nice. Great. Come on, Sunil. Come on. Keep doing it. You know, problems are most important. But always don't go for only problems directly. Before that, theory is required. So that's what every time I do, that I'll give the theory and then only we solve the numericals. Mihira says if RMS value, it is C for question number 7. It is not said anything. It is 20 microvolts is said. So just take 20 microvolts only. Don't go for whether it is peak value or RMS value. Peak to peak value doesn't matter. So we can do it in 2 ways. If you observe this circuit, this part, till this part, it is non-inverting amplifier. This is inverting amplifier. This is also inverting amplifier. So can I take output voltage as product of individual voltage gains into input? Because we know overall gain equal to product of individual voltage gains. What is individually voltage gains are? Here for first amplifier, non-inverting amplifier gain is 1 plus 510 divided by 18. Into second amplifier is inverting amplifier, so it is 680 by 22k. And the third one is 750k upon 33k. Yes, non-inverting, inverting, inverting. You get the answer simplifying this into VI. We need to write into VI. If you write into VI, you are going to get the output. Yeah. Sir, any other way? Yes, obviously you can have another way also. Like you can take this as 20 micro. So you can call this current is equal to this current. So this voltage you can find V01. And again now you can find this current and this current, they are equal. So you'll get V02. Again you can take this current is equal to this current because this current is 0 we know. So we'll get V0. Either way you should get the same answer. Trust me. Okay. Shall we go to the next one? Faster. Similar type of question but little different it is. When input V1 is 80 micro, gain of amplifiers are 15, 22, 30. Find R1, R2 and R3. Come on guys, are these questions easy or difficult or moderate? I think these are of moderate difficulty, not easy, not so difficult. It is of moderate difficult. I started with easy problems. Now we are at moderate level of problems. As we progress, I give you keep little higher difficulty problems also. It is difficult for second method. Okay. First we started with easy, now it is moderate. Yes, that's what I wanted. Later I'll give you complex questions. Op-amp is not over. I will give you nearly 100 questions on op-amp. I'll give you nearly 100 questions on op-amp, don't worry. Yay, very good. A is the correct answer. I don't know, somebody said A. Let me check. Input is earlier question and this question are same, I think. Earlier question and this question are same. This circuit is same. Non-inverting amplifier, inverting amplifier, inverting amplifier. Here also non-inverting amplifier, inverting amplifier, inverting amplifier. So what is overall output? It is gain times of A1, A2, A3 times of input. But what is A1? A1 is the gain of the first one. What it is? 1 plus 420k upon R1. The gain. But how much is the gain given? 15 it is equal to 1 plus 420k by R1. So R1 you can find. R1 you can find. The same way you can find A2, gain of the second amplifier is 420k by R2 it is. So how much is the gain for second? Minus 22. What is this minus 22? Minus 22 is the phase reversal, negative. So it is 420k upon R2. So R2 can be 420k by 22 it is. I am neglecting the negative sign because resistance cannot be negative. Is it right? Any questions? Yes. Same way you can go for R3. I have not found R3, but R3 can be found like this: 420k divided by 30 is going to be R3. Right. Next question. Calculate 19th question. Calculate R1 and R2 to provide output such that minus 15 minus 30 times larger than the input. So output is minus 15 times of input minus 30 times of input. RF is 150k in all stages. This is RF. This is RF. So you need to find what is R1 and what is R2. Similar to the previous question. Vishnu Reddy, what is your question? Let me check. Vishnu Reddy is having a question. Sir, V naught is product of individual gains. That means we have to give VI 3 times? No. No, Vishnu. VI is given only once. VI is given only once here for this input. It gets amplified here and it becomes the input for the second stage. This is the input for the second stage, which is nothing but output for the first stage. And that is available as V02, and it becomes the input for the next stage, right? Like that. So this is also nothing but VI3 it is. Is that fine? Yes, everybody is giving the answer. C, 10K and 5K, 10K and 5K. R1 equal to RF. This is what amplifier? Inverting amplifier. So it is RF is given 150K upon R1. R1 is what? R1 is required to find. So I want that gain value. Just a second. Gain is equal to minus 150 divided by R1 it is. How much it is given? Minus 15 is equal to minus 150 divided by R1. R1 is what? R1 is only we need to find. So minus 15 equal to minus 150K upon R1. So sorry, I have already written. So this is R1. So we can find what is R1. Is it not? So fine. It is C. It is 10K and with some simple logic also I can say the answer here. All of you listen. With simple logic also I can say the answer. Since the gains are different, but RF is same, so these two cannot be the answers. When gains are same, RF is same, these two cannot be, because R1 only the resistor which can make the difference in gains if RF is same, right? Now this cannot be the answer again, I'll say, because different gains means R1, R2 should be different, not same. So I eliminated. Now I say second gain is related to R2 is larger. That means R2 should be smaller because resistance is in the denominator. If you want this gain larger, R2 should be smaller. So 5K, 10K, do two different values, 5K, 10K. But which one is correct? This is correct because this should be smaller. Yes, yes, Masum Ganda. Come on. What is output voltage when Vi equal to minus 0.3? This is applied 0.3 negative voltage. When this is the input applied, what is the output going to be? What is this amplifier, guys? What is this amplifier? Inverting amplifier or non-inverting amplifier? 20D, right? I think D is wrong answer. I know that you people will say this. It is going to be wrong answer. Oh, maybe correct answer. Sorry. Because input given is output is required and it is a non-inverting amplifier. It is a non-inverting amplifier. Input given is negative, so output must be negative. Output must be negative. So this cannot be the answer. This cannot be the answer. So why it is negative? Because input is what is actually 1 plus RF by R1 times of Vi is the input. We know that. 1 plus 360 by 12 it is. This is what V naught is. Times of Vi. Come on. D? Very good. D is the correct answer. Next. What is the output voltage for this? Faster, guys. Make it faster. You know, how fast you are doing is also very important. Are you having pen paper with you? Faster. Come on, come on, come on. Make it faster. I'll show you how fast we can do this. The voltage here is going to be, Vi is not given. Oh, so forget about the options, guys. Forget about the options. Vi is not given. So let me take Vi equal to 1 microvolt. Just as an example. So the voltage here is going to be 1 microvolt. The voltage here is going to be 1 plus 400 by 20 times of 1 micro. So from then onwards, it is like an adder circuit. You can see it is an adder circuit. So this is an amplifier, this is a buffer, and this is an adder. That is the circuit. Vi equal to 1 micro, please take it as. Vi equal to 1 micro, please take it as. So if options are matching, well and good. If options are not matching, also it's fine, because I don't know, input is missing, randomly I have given the value. So can I write what is V01? V01 is equal to 0 God, 21 times of 21 microvolt is V01. What is V02? Same 1 microvolt. So what is V0? V0 is minus 100 minus of 100 divided by 20 times of 21 micro plus minus 100 divided by 10k times of 1 micro. Yeah, whatever is the answer, please check it. Right, next one. Shall I give it as homework to you? After doing these many problems, shall I give it as homework to you? Please take it as homework. All of you, please take it as homework. Now, for this question, everybody is saying minus 115 microvolts is the output. Yeah, please take it as homework. Similar type it is. 25 milli minus 20 milli. So the voltage here is minus 20 milli. And here we need to find by adder formula. And then this current plus this current must be equal to this current. If you write, you will get the answer. 22nd question, there is, oh, no, it is. Please correct it. Please correct it, guys. There is a positive feedback should be avoided here. Because I am talking about linear applications. I don't want to go to positive feedback. Please correct this printing mistake. Amit, no. I have corrected, not to give you the chance of taking plus VSAT or minus VSAT. I'll change it. Suppose it is connected back to the positive terminal, I mean non-inverting terminal, then output would be saturation. Done? Take it as homework, okay? And please correct you, all of you, please correct. This is negative, this is positive. Correct yourself. This one, tell me what is the value of, for the circuit shown, what is I naught? Where is I naught? This current. This is the current wanted. V02 equal to minus 20 millivolts. Yeah, I have written here minus 20 millivolts. Correct. See, V02 equal to minus 20 millivolts. How did I write? Because this minus 20 millivolts is applied here to this circuit. What is this? It is just a buffer. So output is same. Yes, Mihira is saying zero point 0.4 minus 0.4 milliampere is the answer. But that is not there, Mihira. That is not there in the options. This is not 5K 5K. I think it is 5 milliampere. IO is this. This is IO I asked. This current I call it as IF. This current is I1 or anything. Names can be anything. Yeah, 0.5 is correct answer. See, all of you please observe here is a load. Okay. But gain remains same whether load it is there or not. Asked is to find the currents. When this current is flowing like this, we can say I1 is equal to IF. How much is that? 1 volt minus 0 divided by 10k it is. Correct? 1 minus 0 by 10k it is. So how much it is? 0.1 milli. When 0.1 milliampere current is flowing here, what is the drop across this? How much is the drop across this? I can find that as output voltage. So 0.1 into 100k is going to be the output. 10 volts, right? Very good. Now, what is this current flowing? 10 volts or minus 10 volts? It is minus 10 volts. Not 10 volts, it is minus 10 volts. When it is minus 10 volts, the current flowing here, I call it as load current, IL. So, how much is IL? IL equal to 0 minus of minus 10 is plus 10 divided by 25k it is. So, how much it is? 0.4 it is. So the current coming from this side is 0.4 milliampere. Current coming from this side is 0.1 milliampere. Here at this junction, what happens? This current coming here is taken, and this current coming here is are added, and it is giving as like this. Right? So what is I naught? This plus this is going to be I naught. Right? Practically for an AC signal, what does a buffer do? It gives you whether it is AC or DC, whatever you give, buffer gives you V naught equal to Vi. So please explain 20th question once more. 20th question. Oh, long back you have gone. 2-0. Output voltage of this, it is an inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier. It is a non-inverting amplifier. Why? Input is connected to the non-inverting terminal. Output is connected back to the input to the inverting. So it is non-inverting amplifier. This confirms negative feedback. Since input is applied here, it is non-inverting amplifier. Now if it is non-inverting amplifier, gain is 1 plus RF by R1 times of Vi it is. If you remember that, so substitute. 1 plus 360 divided by 12 times of Vi. What is Vi? Minus 0.3 it is. What's the answer? Sir, how SAT will SAT if feed is connected to non-inverting terminals? Subham, I didn't understand. SAT if it is connected to non-inverting terminal. I didn't get you. Come again. Sir, how saturation if feed is connected to non-inverting? Okay. Okay, output if it is connected back to non-inverting terminal, why it is saturation you are asking, right? Output equal to always saturation. Why? Because the positive feedback happens in fact. Already the gain of the amplifier is very large already. Op-amp gain is very large. But because of positive feedback, gain will be increased much larger. When gain is larger itself, output is getting saturated. This is what we have seen in the last class. And if the gain is somehow if it increase, definitely output is going to saturate. Shubham, saturation doesn't mean that short circuit here. Saturation means highest current is flowing in the internal circuit, highest current. Yes, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you the books. Don't worry. I'll tell you the books. Please wait. 24 we are at, right? This is done. Come on, guys. This one. Somebody can do this. Find RS such that V0 becomes 0. Such that V0 becomes 0. Come on, guys. I want the value of RS, how much it is, to get this value equal to 0. If I want this to be 0, what this value to be adjusted as? If it is some other value other than what we are going to find, output is not going to be 0. But if you want output to be 0, what this value should be? Come on. $44K. Which question you are answering? Mihira, Gajendra, you are asking which question? $24K, $44K. Answer you are getting. 25. 25 minus 24K. 25 to 24K. I don't think so. 2 ohm. I think Yashan is correct. I think Yashan is correct so far. What about others? Sachin is saying 11K. Last year saying 11K. Any other? Any other? Deepa also says 11K. Masum, you are correct, I think. Yes. Masum correct. Monica is also correct. Monica and Masum are correct. Sachitra Patra also correct. Okay, Rahul. 25 ka answer 24K. No. Poon Tripathi 11K wrong. 6 point something is correct. 6.28K is correct. 6.28K is correct answer. 6.28K is the correct answer. How it is? In fact, it is a subtractor, I can say, because the voltage here we can find. Let us call it as Vn. Tell me how much is Vn here? 6 voltage into Rs upon Rs plus 22K. Keep it as 1. Yes, 6.28 is correct. Deepa, Eric, very good. This is what Vn is. But due to virtual ground, I can take this also Vn. Now the current flowing here, let me call it as I1. Current flowing here, let me call it as I2. Sum of these two must be equal to IF. So I will write it as I1 plus I2 is equal to IF. I1 plus I2 equal to IF. What is I1 now? I1 is the current flowing this way, I1 is the current flowing this way because of this and because of this voltage. This voltage same here and here. So it is 2 minus Vn by 10k plus what is I2, the current flowing here, 2 minus Vn, it is also 2 minus Vn divided by 10k again must be equal to If Vn minus V0 divided by 10k. All 10k's can be removed here. So 3Vn equal to V0 plus 4. Correct? V0 plus 4. So Vn we know already. Vn is this from 1. So substitute 3 into 6 into Rs by Rs plus 22k must be equal to V0 plus 4 it is. So V0 can be found. Got it? Good guys. Done? Any questions you have on this so far? Shall I give you one question homework? Sunil is asking to explain once again. Simple Sunil, this voltage you need to find, equate this to this voltage, then the KCL, because negative feedback is there, everything is there, you can go ahead. Yes, V0 equal to, we have to substitute 0 because it is given V0 equal to 0. Yeah, here it is not to find V0 actually, yeah, it is to find Rs. So substitute V0 equal to 0 to find what is Rs, because this expression is in Rs. V0 to be 0, so we can substitute here. So Rs I can find. So it is now can be 18 Rs by 22k plus Rs is equal to 4 it is. Simplify for Rs. You'll get that. Sonakshi, Vn equal to 4 by 3. Is that correct? Others check it. So this is how we need to do. You got it now, Sunil and others. You got it? It is little above difficult, right? It is above difficult. It is little above difficult. थोड़ा lengthy calculation है. थोड़ा सा lengthy calculation. Sometimes this type of questions are also there in the GATE examination. This type of questions are also there in GATE examination. Sometimes. Got it. Very good. Yes, Shubham. कुछ नहीं इसमें है. Just KCL है. KCL, not KVL. KCL. Sir, in question 25, if Vn is 2 volts, then also V not equal to 0, no? Vn equal to 2 volts. Yes. Should be. Because if this is 2 volts, here it becomes 2 volts. So 2 minus 2, here also 2 minus 2. 0 plus 0 must be equal to. No. No. Who's that? Mihira, like this you can check. Suppose if it is 2 volts, what is the output? What is this equation? 2 minus 2 divided by 10k plus 2 minus 2 divided by 10k must be equal to 2 minus V0 by 10k, right? 10k gone, this is 0. So V0 is going to be 2 volts in that case. Yes. Mihira, no. If Vn is 2 volts, V0 is not going to be 0, V0 is going to be 2 volts. Mhm. Bn equal to 4 by 3. You got it as 4 by 3. For that value of Rs we got. Bn equal to 4 by 3 we got it, right? For this value of Vn only, output is going to be 0. Otherwise, no. Shubham Dubey, some of them are gate questions. Not all are gate questions. Some of them are gate questions. Few questions are there in the gate examination. Yashwant is asking how voltage divider is, voltage buffer. Voltage buffer is used as impedance matching. I'll show you one circuit. See all of you here. See all of you. If I have one circuit here like this is Vi. Can you tell me what is output here? Can you tell me what is output here? What is output here? Same as input, right? When output is same as input, why this op amp is required? After all, it is output is same as input. For example, remember, if this is the Vi I have, this is the Vi I have, V not equal to Vi, right? When V not equal to Vi, why this op amp, why op amp is directly output can be connected, right? See, for example, this is a signal I have. This is the signal I have. Let's say Vs with Rs. Okay, and this is where I need to connect it to load like this. If I connect, tell me what is output. Output is going to be Vs into RL upon RL plus Rs. This is what output is going to be. Okay, that means whatever the signal you applied here, is not delivered to the load, it is less than that is delivered to the load. Correct? Output is not equal to input. I want this total to be delivered to the load, whatever it is, I want it to be delivered to the load. Because of Rs and RL, it is not happening. I cannot avoid RL, I cannot avoid Rs also. That point already earlier I told you. I cannot avoid Rs, I cannot avoid RL. RL, if it is not there, means output we are not giving it to anything. Rs definitely will be there for every circuit. But I want this total signal. I don't want amplification or attenuation or anything. I just want this totally get delivered to this load, which is not happening if I connect like this directly because of Rs and RL. Now in such cases, what I do is, in such cases I use op amp like this. I connect an operational amplifier in between like this, and I connect like this. So this is now as a buffer. The moment I connect this op amp, the current flowing here becomes 0. So the drop across this becomes 0. So the voltage here becomes equal to Vs. So the voltage here also becomes Vs, which is nothing but output voltage. See, V0 is becoming equal to Vs, not like this. This is one of the practical applications of operational amplifier as a voltage buffer. Naturally question comes that when V naught equal to Vi, why should we have this amplifier? The natural. Similarly, there are different filters, like low pass filter is there, which allows low frequencies. High pass filter is there, which allows high frequencies. Band pass filter is there, which allows a particular band of frequencies. Band reject filter is also there, which rejects a particular band. All are allowed, remaining all are. There is another filter called as all pass filter. If every frequency is passed, then why filter is there? All pass filter means it allows every frequency. Then why we want that filter? There is a reason, right? There is a reason why all pass filter is there. So exactly in the same way, output is same as input, is called as voltage buffer. If it is so, then why it is required? Maybe like this, it is required. Okay. For example, signal from antenna has voltage that doesn't give current. When we connect to load, signal gets collapsed. So we go for voltage buffer that senses the voltage with less current, delivers at output what we need. Exactly, Harsha. You are giving another practical. I think you are working on somewhere, right? You have some practical knowledge also. You must have worked somewhere. Yes, that is also another example, like Harsha is saying. If you go for antennas, then the received signal can be used like this. If the inputs are from the sensors, which are in microvolts, and the resistances in the wires are wires that take those signals, might interfere or kill the sensor output. Amit, okay. How is it protecting the input? Uh, how it is protected? Maybe for input currents, I think you are talking about. Lakshman, yes, I think we can also do that like that. Yes, I think. Yogeshwar, check your calculations. You must have done some mistake. You must get RS equal to 6.28K. You must get it like this. Vishnu Reddy, sir, antennas include gate syllabus? No, no. In gate syllabus, antennas are not there, guys. I mean, it is there in the syllabus, but no questions will come generally. 99% questions will not come from antennas, but in ESC, the questions will come from antennas. Not for E also, yes. Okay. Shall I give you one more question as homework? Yashwant, you didn't understand the voltage buffer in this voltage buffer. See, this is what, I can say like this also, another way like this also. Suppose if I have this is what we are talking about, right? This is what VI. But every source will have some resistance like RS. Now RL can be any value, right? It can be 1K, it can be 10 ohms, it can be 10K, it can be anything. So whatever this value is, this output of the op amp can drive this load. That's what impedance matching happens. Because this output impedance of this op amp is low, so even if it is low resistance, it can drive the output. That is what we call it as impedance matching. I'll give you one example. Let's say, for example, this is a circuit. Let's say 10K, and this is 1K, and this is 1 volt, and this is V naught. Tell me what is output voltage. Yashan, I'll tell you, Yashan. Yashan, wait. I'll tell you, wait, Yashan. Come on, what is the output for this? Yes, you must understand that there is a positive feedback here. You have to check every time that output is connected back to the input to the inverting or non-inverting always. Output here, you see that it is connected back to the inverting here. So it is a positive feedback. Whenever there is a positive feedback, answer is plus or minus Vsat. Here it is going to be minus Vsat because the input is applied at the inverting terminal, so output is going to be minus Vsat. Good. Next question. One more question. Suppose I have an op amp like this, and here is the input. Let's say this is 10 volts, this is 100K, and this is 10K. What is the output voltage? So if VSAT is not given, what can be the value? It is going to be VSAT only. If it is not given, we call it as VSAT because we don't know how much is the saturation voltage on this. Yes. Is it minus 100 volts or 100 volts? Is it minus 100 volts or is it plus 100 volts? It is an inverting amplifier, right? Inverting amplifier. So output is minus 100 volts. But be careful, generally this much voltage is not possible at the output. Op amp supply voltage is generally maximum 15 volts to minus 15 volts. Generally, maximum 20 volts. Not more than that generally. Op amps are designed. These plus and minus VSATs are from generally 8 volts to 20 volts, not more than that. So when you get output is minus 100 volts, don't take it as minus 100 volts. You better call it as minus VSAT. If it is given, suppose if I give you that this is the op amp, then you don't say output is minus 100. Don't say output is minus 100. It is wrong answer. This is also wrong answer. Output is minus 15 volts is the correct answer. Because output voltage will never be greater than the supply voltages. Will never be greater than the supply voltage. You have to remember that. I already told you voltage swings. Maximum voltage swings, I call it as. Maximum voltage swings. Okay. Okay, that's all for today, guys. I have given some problems. Today I have finished faster. Next class, I am going to give you non-linear applications. Non-linear applications. Okay. Non-linear application means when there is no negative feedback. Non-linear application is nothing but when there is no negative feedback. No negative feedback. Without feedback or maybe with positive feedback, we call it as non-linear application where output is going to be plus or minus VSAT only. Next, after this, I am going to give you more problems on op amp, including linear and non-linear applications. Including linear and non-linear applications together, I am going to give you more problems which are going to be more difficult. We are now moderate difficult level we have done. I am going to give you more difficult questions. Next to next class. After that, remaining topic we keep discussing. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. All the best. Let's see in the next class, same time, tomorrow evening. And till that time, be safe, be strong, and be healthy. What you need to do today? Revise the topics once again. Then go to the PDF if required. Third, write the quiz exam. Okay, these are the things you need to do. Okay, yeah, Vaishnavi is saying superb class. Thank you. Please give me a idea how to revision previous topics. Rahul, previous topics revision. I suggest always in which area you are weak in. You identify your weak areas. Those areas first you revise. But while you are revising, make the notes of those things which you don't know. That is the best idea. Anusha, what Anusha says? Yes, today's class is finished faster. Very good, Preetham. Next class, I'll give you more clarity on op amp, nonlinear and other applications we'll see. Book right now, you go for Cedrar Smith. Sedra and Smith is one book, which is called Microelectronics by Sedra and Smith is one book you can refer right now. Once we complete the syllabus, I'll tell you what are the other books, and I also tell you how to prepare those books also. Okay then guys. This is right now you take it, but I'll give you five more books also I'll give you, but later. Why all books at a time? You start with Sedra and Smith. This is one of the best books we have, but I have other best books also. I will share with you. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. All the best.